Joseph Stalin was a Soviet politician and dictator who served as the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union from 1922 until his death in 1953. Born on December 18, 1878, in the small town of Gori, Georgia, Stalin's birth name was Ioseb Vissarionis des Jugashvili. Stalin's childhood was marked by poverty and hardship. His father, a cobbler, was an abusive alcoholic who frequently beat his wife and children. Stalin's mother, a devout Georgian Orthodox Christian, instilled in him a strong sense of nationalism and a deep distrust of the Russian Empire, which ruled over Georgia at the time. In 1898, Stalin joined the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party, RSDLP, a Marxist political organization that would later split into the Bolsheviks and the Mensheviks. Stalin quickly rose through the ranks of the Bolsheviks, becoming a close ally of Vladimir Lenin, the party's founder and leader. After the Bolsheviks seized power in the October Revolution of 1917, Stalin was appointed People's Commissar for Nationalities, a position that gave him significant influence over Soviet policy towards ethnic minorities. He also played a key role in the Russian Civil War, leading the Red Army to victory against various anti-Bolshevik forces. In 1922, Stalin was appointed General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, a position that gave him control over the party's bureaucracy and allowed him to consolidate his power. Over the next decade, Stalin implemented a series of policies that transformed the Soviet Union from a largely agricultural society into a modern industrialized state. Stalin's policies were often brutal and ruthless. He purged the party of his political opponents, executing or imprisoning millions of people in the process. He also initiated a series of forced collectivization campaigns that led to widespread famine and death, particularly in Ukraine. One of Stalin's most notorious purges was the Great Purge, which began in 1936 and lasted until 1938. During this time, Stalin's secret police arrested and executed hundreds of thousands of people, including many high-ranking Communist Party officials and military leaders. The purges were aimed at eliminating perceived threats to Stalin's power, but also targeted innocent people, including artists, intellectuals, and ordinary citizens. Despite his brutal tactics, Stalin was a skilled politician who was able to maintain his grip on power for over 2 decades. He led the Soviet Union through World War II, playing a crucial role in the defeat of Nazi Germany. After the war, he oversaw the reconstruction of the Soviet economy and the expansion of Soviet influence in Eastern Europe. Stalin's health began to deteriorate in the early 1950s, and he died on March 5, 1953, at the age of 74. His legacy remains controversial, with some viewing him as a hero who transformed the Soviet Union into a world superpower, while others see him as a tyrant who committed unspeakable atrocities in the name of ideology. Stalin's legacy also includes his cult of personality, which was cultivated during his lifetime and persisted even after his death. Stalin was portrayed as a larger-than-life figure who was responsible for all the Soviet Union's achievements, and his image was plastered on billboards, posters, and other propaganda materials throughout the country. Stalin's cult of personality extended to his private life as well, with countless stories and legends about his personal habits, likes, and dislikes. After Stalin's death, his successor, Nikita Khrushchev, denounced him in a speech at the 20th Congress of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union in 1956. Khrushchev criticized Stalin's brutal methods and his cult of personality.